Hey everyone, Jenny here, aka Nunny with Nunny's Nursery. Tonight I am working on 3-month Joseph. Big boy. I'm going to be working on his hair, and I'm going to show the snip method, I guess you could say. I don't know what to call it. I've been referring to it as the snip and blow. I don't know, it just sounded catchy, and that's kind of what I do. So I'm snipping the hair in these little itty-bitty pieces, and I'm going to snip it onto his head, onto varnish, and then I'm going to blow. I'm going to blow the hair, and it's going to go forward. That is the plan, okay? So this is only my second time doing this. The first time worked out really well. Can't show. I already did a video on it, but I can't post it yet because it's a secret. I'm having a big soiree this Saturday to reveal my new creation. So I can't show, but I can show on Joseph here, so I'm going to do that. And I kind of borrowed this technique a little bit. I kind of added to it myself, changed it up a little bit to suit what I needed, I guess you could say, or what was working for me. It was working for me the way I seen it. I don't remember which tutorial it was, or where I seen it. I wish I did, but I can't take credit for it, that's for sure. But the whole blow thing, that was all me. I know a lot of people wouldn't savor the thought of me like blowing on their reborn, but they're baked, so you know that's the least of your worries, really. Trust me, I'm not spitting on them, but the technique is awesome, and goes a little something like this. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I think I'm going to need more. The technique that I seen originally, the hair was snipped into little 2-3 millimeter pieces, maybe. I mean, you could do it whatever length you want, but that's what I'm going for, and that's what I seen. So what she did was she snipped the hair onto the table, and she picked it up with the cosmetic wedge, and she dabbled it on the head, and the hair stuck in sporadic little pieces. And I was like, oh wow, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. So I tried it, and it did turn out pretty good. Do I have my test limb? I don't know if I cleaned it off. Oh wow, okay. I did some other testing, it looks like. But yeah, I tested it out to see what would happen, and I came up with a little something like this. Looks like a hairy leg. It's not a very good one, but this isn't the original. This isn't what I did originally. Mine looked a little bit different, but I experimented with an eyebrow. It's not looking so great now either. But either way, I did that, and I practiced, and it really worked out on the new reborn. So I tried it another way, which was to put the hair directly onto the sponge and try. No, that didn't work out. That looked like a crazy mess. So the other way was better. But when I actually started to do it myself on the doll that I did it on, I found that the hair was piling up, and that's when the blowing came into play. I blew it off, and when I blew it off, this awesome thing happened. So you'll see. I'm going to show. I don't think this is enough varnish, so I'm going to put more on. Kind of thick. Oop, okay, no, don't want to do that. Okay, nope, don't want to do that either, because I'm dealing with hair. What am I thinking right now? Close that up. Here. There we go. Okay, so I'll just start. I think I'm going to start right here on the front Based on the way I did it before, I think it would be better. Before I did it like a mohawk, just straight down. I started from the back, but it was my first time doing it. Now that I've done it, I'm doing it the second time. I'm gonna do it a different way because I think it'll be better. So I'm gonna start. Let me see, where would be best? I think I'm just gonna start right here in the middle, and I already have the little hairs kind of drawn on there, sporadic little hairs. So I'm just gonna kind of start a little bit behind there, so that those are still kind of showing, even though the real hairs are gonna be on top. Okay, and this is human hair too, by the way. It's not mohair; it's human hair. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit. Oh, I always have this problem. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little here, just a little line. Little square, just enough to catch that hair, and do it little section at a time. That's the plan. Put the sponge over here because I'm gonna have to blow the hair. What I've done is I've set a towel up in front of me, pinned to the wall, because it's gonna. I don't know where else to blow it because I have a air purifier behind me, and I don't want it to suck all the air or the hair in. So I figured blowing it into the towel would be the best way to do it. I can't get a good view with the camera if I do it the same way I did it before, because before I blew it right into the trash can and just put the air purifier outside of the room, but I can't get a good camera view doing it that way. So I would have to actually move the dowel away from the camera to do that. So I don't want to have to do that. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. So, okay. So I see where the little square is. Little square that I put down. Okay. And I'm gonna snip little tiny pieces onto that little square, and I'm going to stand up because I really want to get a good view of what I'm doing here. And I think I'm going to even turn this light on right here. Just take a little section over here because I'm not going to need a whole bunch. And I'm going to snip. And the hair is going to fall everywhere. It's very messy to do it, but it looks very good in the long run. A little bit more. Just gonna do it to where I can't see the varnish anymore. Now this is just the way I'm doing it, and remember, I took the technique that I seen and just manipulated it around to suit myself. So anybody that tries this and you come up with anything new with it, please let me know. I would love to try anything new. I'm always up for. Well, most of the time. Sometimes no. But yeah. I'd love some more hair tips. So it's something I can never get enough of. Okay, so I hope that you could get, you guys got a view of that. There we go. Just a little bit. Oh, hey. What's going on here? Okay. Hey. Alright, behave. Okay. Okay, so I've got all the hair piled right here. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to blow the hair forward. look at that. I can't believe it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Now remember, guys, I'm doing this for the second time ever. And I'm so impressed. I love it. I don't know if anybody else has done this, but this is awesome. So I'm like, if anybody else has done this, it's not nice to not share. That's why I'm sharing, because my mother taught me to share, and dang it. Everybody told me not to do this. Everybody said, don't do a video and share what you've learned. Well, how is anybody going to learn anything if people didn't share? How would I have learned anything about reborning if people didn't share it with me? You know? So, that's not nice. I'm going to share, because, you know, sharing is caring, right? So, I'm going to do another section, see how that goes, and see what we can come up with here. Alright, it is a little uneven, but you know what, that's okay. I'm not going to complain. I'm not, really. Not, because that's good. Okay, so just do another little square here. Just kind of run over what we just did a little bit on the edge. And the hairs aren't going to be perfect, but on the other doll that I did, I kind of went over them and straightened them out with a toothpick. You don't even have to do that, but I did because I'm ridiculous like that, so, yeah. Alright, so let's do this section right here. Again, I'm speaking in plural form. Okay. That has to mean something psychologically. I guess it's because I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people. I'm constantly psychoanalyzing everything. Should have been a psychologist. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, now this is where I ran into my issue the last time. It's because I have to tilt the head. And that's really hard to do without... I have to put it into my rooting bowl, which is fine and dandy, but it has felt inside to stop the little... this thing that I fashioned up to root with. I put the head inside of here, and then I put it inside of the bowl, so it doesn't slip around. I put felt in there, so I guess I'll just use this. This is what I did the last time. I put it on top of this thing, and then I washed it afterward. And it's so easy, folks. You know, you guys can save so much money. I don't know how many people are frugal with their reborning equipment, but you don't have to buy all this fancy stuff. You can make your own stuff. You don't even have to be crafty about it. It's not hard to do. If you know how to work a needle and thread just by hand, that's what I did. I don't know how to sew. I don't have a sewing machine. I just used a needle and thread by hand. I took a regular hand towel. I put polyfill inside of it, and I rolled it up, and I sewed it in a circle. And I sewed it on the end here, right here. And that was it. And I use it to root with, and I didn't have to buy one of those fancy pillows that cost $20. It was completely cheap with old towel I had sitting around the house. So, just a little another tip. Okay, let's do the blow method. I have the hair in a pile. I see some exposed varnish, but you know what? Knock it sideways a little bit. Get that hair to fall down a little bit on top of that varnish, and then give it a little blow and see what happens, guys. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this side just so that I stay on track here and I'm even about it. I don't do the whole head over here, and then it's going to go in a straight line across the top here. Not a straight line, but you know. Okay. Oh, hey. Almost dropped my brush. Okay. 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 I can't stress enough to cover up like any kind of open like part. You can't leave this cap off. You've got any brushes that you have. If you have to do this in your room where you're reborn, move them. Get them. These hairs fly. Even though I have them going on a towel, there's going to be hair. So just do your best to cover and remove everything. Okay. Okay, shake some of that hair around on the head there and give it a blow. There we go. Turn this light off here. Now I do see some spots now that the light is off where it looks bare, and that's where the toothpick came in to play before. I took a toothpick. Now, I'm not going to actually do this right now, I'm just going to show what I did, because there's really no point in doing it until you're all done, because the hairs are going to be blown anyway. So, but I just took the toothpick, and wherever it looked like there might be an open area here, like right here, I just moved the hairs, moved them around, or picked them up, you know, placed them around. One would think this would be like irritating and painstaking, but not any more than rooting. Think about that. Micro rooting as opposed to moving some hairs around ahead, doing this method. I would much rather do that, trust me. It's a lot less work. So, let's see what I've done so far here. We'll do the sides. Now I don't mean to keep moving the head back and forth, but for my own sake, I want to stay level. I want everything to be the same. So I feel like for my own good, with the way I do things, I need to do that, because if I start doing it one way over here, I'm going to get over here, and I don't know why, but it doesn't work out for me. I end up doing it differently. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining that, but just the way I do things. Furnish. Okay. And this is going to go all the way down here. Just going to do this whole square right here. Whole section. Take care of that. Okay. Hair around a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that is how I do this technique. The side right here didn't blow like I wanted it to. Takes perfecting. It's new. But I wanted to do this video to show the potential of this technique. It definitely has potential. So, I will be back with another video of the finished Joseph and how his hair turned out after I was done doing this particular hair method. Okay. Thanks for watching.